Okay, so before we ever even get started with our fireworks, I want to make sure everyone is okay with knitting in a really good loose tension with two colors. And this is most easily done if you are able to hold one color in one hand and one color in the other hand. And you want to have your color you want to pop most, your dominant color in the left, coming from underneath the non-dominant color, which is your background color. So I have my charcoal in my right hand and my fireworks color in my left hand. And I'm ready to do a stitch here. We're not going to do the fireworks stitch for now, but we're just talking about maintaining good tension. So I did my stitch there with my contrast. And so this is just for those of you that need to practice your tension with stranded knitting. So here we would go. I would do my contrast stitch here. And we want to make sure we leave a good, nice, loose float on the back side. If you struggle with that, you might need to go up a needle on your firework rows. So here we are again. I'm going to do plop one more in right here. Okay. Now we're going to go back and we're going to take a look at how to catch floats when we have a longer spell in between our fireworks. Okay, now we're going to talk about how to catch your floats when you are in between fireworks. And I really feel like this is important because it helps to anchor the float so that when you give the firework its extra double wraps, it's not pulling too tightly out of the float, and it's just giving you enough yarn to maintain that loose tension for stitches that you need to slip later. So we're going to do a few stitches here, and I'm going to show you, if you're holding your yarn in two hands, how you're going to catch your float on the back side. So, and then I'll show you if you aren't holding your yarn in two hands, what you need to do. So what we're going to do here is we're going to stick our needle, our right needle goes into the next stitch we're going to make. We briefly pull our contrast color that we need to catch up over the right needle. We wrap the yarn around, and then we bring that contrast color back down and we finish the stitch. And you can see it's been caught right here. And when we make our next stitch, let me go back and do that slower. It's been caught already, and we're going to make our next stitch, and that catches it right there. And now it's tacked down on the back side, just like that. And it's not visible from the front, so that's great. One more time, we're going to put our right needle in, then we bring our contrast color up over the right needle briefly while we make our stitch. We move that yarn back down, bring our stitch out, and make the next stitch. And that is how you tack your floats when you are using your yarn in two hands. Now, if you need to tack your float and you are using just your right or left hand, what you need to do that is a little more involved because you have to move your yarn balls to keep things tidy. You're going to drape your contrast color yarn over your main color, and then pick your main color up to continue using it. And so there's, I didn't have to move my balls now, but down the road, they get really twisted up and you would want to periodically untangle that. So it works the same if you're working in continental. You're basically twisting your contrast color yarn over your main color yarn before you make the next stitch. So that is how you're going to want to catch the floats on the wrong side when you have a long stretch between fireworks.